dirty, dirty.
Play this record as frequently as possible.
Oh, dirty, dirty, dirty.
Perfect.
Me and my niggas get dirty. When any of these niggas wanna get delirious like Eddie Murphy.
Oh, Hercules.
Ain't showing that kitty no mercy. Fuck the 3 exes, no one neglected. Brother the turkey. Yeah, brother the turkey,
Welcome back, Royal Nation, to another installment of Royal View, where we get a better insight of each king and queens behind the scene. I'm your host, Cheno Royale, baby. I'm here with, what's your name, sir?
P. Lotus.
P. Lotus, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man.
Your day going good?
Day going good, living it up, man. I got some work done today. I've been trying to stay productive.
And I see you with the flashy jacket on, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Man, out here stunning, man. You just got back from a modeling gig or something?
No, I'm just trying to stay a little stylish, man. Something a little gift from my girl, man. So I'm rocking it out.
Well, it's extra fresh out here. Definitely has good taste.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to keep my style together, man, because it's just like you get to moving around and doing so much. Sometimes you don't even get your swag right.
Most def.
Hey, I gotta stay on it.
Always gotta make sure you're doing good. So definitely for the fans at home, elaborate on yourself, man.
Well, basically, I'm an artist and I do a whole lot of other stuff, but you can kind of sum it up to an artist and an entrepreneur. I started off as a rapper, and making music, dropping music, doing shows, and it kind of spent off into me doing a lot of other things. But my stage name is Phenom, and recently I changed my name to P. Lotus. And there's a deep meaning behind P. Lotus, but it's basically the rebirth. So like the new music that I'm coming out with now, it's a new sound. You know what I mean? It's like a new me, because
don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you good.
But like what was the transition? Is it more meaningful? Like, is it just a different style? Like,
it's the same style. It's just evolved because now I'm more of a businessman, more so than the young prodigy that I was when I started. Because when I started, it was basically all about me being very young and very talented. But now it's more about me being like seasoned and experienced in the game, to the point that I can put other people on. So that's kind of like a new light for me in the game, and I want people to be able to know like my legacy, where I come from, but at the same time, like the point that I'm at right now is like a new phase.
Right. How did you even get into music? Like, did somebody see you like rapping on the corner like Biggie or something? And then
well, I got into music just by being a fan of music, a fan of hip hop, a fan of the genre, a fan of the hip hop game, the rap game, the art of hip hop, and kind of like the game of the rap music, just the appeal that it had to me. I like flashy things. I like jewelry. I like nice clothes. I like nice cars. I like women. So the rap game really appealed to me, and I had talent as far as with my words and writing. And at a very young age, I started writing raps. So a lot of people saw my talent, and that's how I got my original rap name, Phenom, was actually from my older cousin that, seeing how talented I was and so young, he was like, yo, man, you a phenom. I'm like, what is that? I had to look up the word in the dictionary, and it just kind of stuck with me. I started using it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm the young phenom that's grown up and developed, you know what I'm saying, into what I am today.
Like you said, more seasoned out here.
Yeah, real talk.
But do you have like a specific album that you favor over all of them, or?
Ooh, that's a good question, man. I got 4 studio albums.
Because like you said, like you seasoned, so like, is there like a particular one?
Honestly, man, I feel like every album, it got better and better, man. Like this next project that I'm gonna drop, Rapper Mode, Still Married to the Music, it's gonna be the best thing I ever put out.
Okay.
And
how so?
It's just it's been developing ever since the first album in 2009, the Phenom album that I dropped under Tate Music Group. I signed a deal with them while I was still in high school. So that was kind of like my foot into the door. You was asking me how I got started. That's part of it too.
Okay.
As far as like professionally, you know, I signed a deal with Tate Music Group in 2008. And,
you still in that music group?
No. That deal was pretty much what got me in the game, and I learned from that. And that's what kind of spent me off from that bad experience. I must say that was a bad experience because I didn't get the representation that I needed, and I didn't get the backing that I really should have had from a label. It was basically just like they put my CD together and then they just threw me out there.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would have put the right marketing and promotion behind it back then, they definitely would have had a treasure, you know what I mean? But they didn't know how to market hip hop artists. I was really their first hip hop artist that they signed to that label. And just in the last few years, they actually got shut down over some like bankruptcy, or the artist had sued them. And like, I don't know if I need to get my piece of the pie because I feel like they do owe me some money. So maybe I do need to holler at some entertainment to see, like, can I get my piece from Tate Music Group? Because I dropped the album through them. My first album was through them, but then every other album after that, I self-published.
Right, so. Kind of like something for future artists. Like, what would you say to future artists that like kind of get that opportunity to possibly do that? Like, what would you say to them?
You gotta really know what's in the contracts, and you have to have, I would advise you to have definitely a lawyer look over the work, the paperwork. It's gonna cost money, but have a lawyer look over it so they can break it down and let you know any money that you might be missing out on.
Because they'd be throwing like words you've never even heard of.
Right. I mean, there's a certain amount of money that the label's supposed to spend on you, and then there's a certain amount of money that you supposed to get up front, and there's a certain amount of money that you're supposed to get after the label makes their money back. So you gotta be smart in how you deal with all that. But like, my true advice to a new artist, I would say don't even think about record labels. You are your own record label these days, and that's where I ended up going. That's the route I ended up taking, from having a record deal and seeing what their role was in my career, and then realizing how much they actually take. It made me realize that I need to do it for myself. So I started my own production company, my own marketing company, and my own publishing company. So I could basically fully facilitate everything that I needed to do for myself. And in the past couple of years, I actually started producing, publishing, and managing for other artists. So that's kind of how my career kind of developed. That's
kind of honestly where I like first seen you. Like, obviously, like we talked about RIP to the boy Nachi, but that's actually how I came to like know you and find you, and then I started listening to you and whatnot. And you dope, bro. You're that, bro. Dope artist, dope marketer, dope person all around, bro. But I appreciate you being on the show, my guy. I only have one more question for you. I don't want to take you more of your time. I know you got a modeling session you got to go to later with that flashy jacket. But where you see all this stuff going, a year, 5 years, man, it could be fucking tomorrow. Where you see all this stuff going?
Man, I need to put my brand on. Phenomenal Entertainment, like, that is what has to go. P. Lotus is gonna go. But like, my company, Phenomenal Entertainment, that is what everybody that I rock with, that's what we tie to. Like, it's a legacy behind that, because anybody that ever rocked with me in the past, at any point of this growth, you know the struggle. You know what we done been through to get to where it is today. No matter what part that you played in it, no matter what time you was involved, if you laid a brick in this empire at any point, if you help lay any point of this foundation, then this is for you. You know what I mean? I'm doing this for everybody that is invested into this movement of we doing something positive. We some young entrepreneurs. I'm a young black man, and I'm representing for my people, and I'm doing it to be a positive influence, you know, for everybody that's coming up behind me. You know what I mean? So we can take these positive opportunities and turn them into more money so we can do more great things.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we
Facts.
do.
I definitely appreciate you. Like I said, man, appreciate you being on the show. Appreciate everything you're doing. Go ahead, shout out any place that we can find you, because the fans definitely need to find you. The company.
Lotus. Get at me on TikTok. I jumped on TikTok this year. I've been going hard. I'm doing a little bit of everything, man. I'm doing funny stuff. I'm doing raps. I'm doing duets. I'm doing all that. So get at me on TikTok. But if you're not on TikTok, get at me on Instagram. P.Lotus on Instagram. But if you're not on Instagram, then get at me on Facebook. That's P Lotus. Or you can find Phenomenal Entertainment anywhere, or just go to my website. It's www.phent.com. And you can find out about everything I do, like all my business activities, everything I offer, and everything that I got going on, and everything my artists got going on too. So,
well, there you go, y'all.
With us.
Appreciate you again, my guy. You keep your grind on, dude.
For sure. You too.